to do.
Sure. Okay. So I have a structure around this to try to maximize our time. So just introduce yourself to me. Tell me about your past, what you're currently doing, and what you're hoping to do in the future. Why did you want a session with me? And what do you want to achieve in 2023? Just stuff like that.
Okay, my name is Ruth Victor.
Mhm.
I used to work as a business developer with Coca-Cola.
Okay.
But I worked with them for 3 years. So I resigned last year. I know I needed something different to do. I didn't really like my line of work anymore. So I resigned. I started doing HR courses. But then I saw your tutorials on YouTube. I was like, I'm interested. Let me just see what's all about. So I joined a few sessions and I got really interested. So I went ahead, I took a course in product design, a 3 months boot camp.
Hmm.
So right now, say I'm a product designer because I've learned so much and I want that to be my career from now on.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay.
So I pushed you or I prompted you to take up a course. That is good. All right. Awesome. So where would you say you are? Do you have some case studies in your portfolio? Would you say you're a junior, mid, or senior level designer? Yeah.
I'm a junior designer.
Okay. Do you have any case study you've compiled?
Yes, I have 2 case studies in my
Okay.
portfolio now.
Can you share with me a link to your portfolio and CV if possible?
Yes, I can share with you my CV. There's a link to my portfolio
Okay.
there.
Okay. That's cool. So while you're getting that, have you been applying for jobs or are you currently working as a product designer?
Currently, I'm not working as a product designer.
Okay.
So, can I send the link to you on LinkedIn?
You can find the chat. You can just send it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm not working currently.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I resigned. So, I've been learning product design since April. So that will be like
Okay.
months into it now.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, let me just share a link to my.
Can you see the chat? Where to drop it?
Yes, I've sent the chat.
Okay, cool. All right. So have you been applying for jobs?
Yes, I just started applying recently because I was waiting to work on my portfolio
Okay,
because
that's
I knew I couldn't just send in my CV like that. I needed to have a portfolio to back it up. So right now that I have up to 2 projects in the portfolio, I feel I can start applying now while working on the other ones. So I
okay.
just started applying this week.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So have you been using cover letter in your applications?
No, I
Okay.
really don't have a cover. I have a cover letter too, but no one for UX design. One
Okay.
I was using before, so I need to just come up with something new for UX
Okay.
design.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. So I'm expecting your link. Let me know when you've dropped it. Um, okay, so for your next role, okay, where have you been applying first? What platforms have you been applying on?
On LinkedIn,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Would you say you're a creative person?
Yes, I'm a creative person.
Okay. Why do you say so?
Well, I do a lot of creative stuff, I would say. I used to be a cake designer at one point, and I know that a lot of people loved my designs on cakes. And then I love to write too. I do creative writing.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you love writing. That's good to hear. Okay, what is your salary expectation for your next role?
Well, actually, I'm not looking for a role in Nigeria. I don't want to apply for a job. What I want is a foreign job. So I would say my salary expectation is 2,500 to $3,000.
Okay, all right, very achievable. Okay, have you sent me the link now?
Just a minute.
Okay, all right, so while I am waiting for that, so I've been asking all these questions because I've been trying to do what is called diagnostics, like a doctor. So trying to understand like your past, your present, and how it's kind of links to what you want in the future, and to see if I can help you, because I know I can't help everyone. So that's why I've been asking all these questions, and they've kind of pointed some things to me. But before I circle back to those things, this is one of several other sessions. So there'll be 4 sessions coming up starting in January, probably the first or second week, not sure yet. These sessions are going to be more of I call it transformational coaching, because I won't be teaching basics of product design at all. I won't be putting on opening Figma and showing you how to move stuff around. None of that. What I would be focusing on is showing you the platforms that you need to be on as a UX designer looking for foreign jobs, help assisting you with your LinkedIn profile to optimize it basically. I do this one because sometimes when people tell me, oh, in the UX design field, it's oversaturated, there's no job out there, blah, blah, blah. I just say, no, that's not been my own experience. My experience has just been a situation where I've not had to actually apply for the top roles I've gotten in the past few years because I've usually been headhunted. And that's actually been the way it's been, because I realized that recruiters now do not do too much of waiting for vacancy and the result of putting out vacancy and people applying and all that. They literally go to these platforms and search by certain keywords, and based on the group of people that come up, then they will privately message those people. Those are usually their top priority. So there are ways around optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So I'll be sharing some of those tips, and even assisting for those that are proactive, assisting in actually setting up their yours. So it's, by the way, it's going to be a group coaching, a small group of between 5 to 10 people. And I'll also be assisting with helping you clean up your CV. I have not seen it yet, by the way. I'll be assisting helping you clean up clean it up if it needs clean up. The same thing with your portfolio. Then cover letter, which you haven't been using to apply for jobs, is so important. It cannot even be overemphasized. And I explain it by saying that it's like your voice in the room. Okay, I've seen your link now. It's like your voice in the room when you're not there. It's like what puts your feet through the door. It's so important that I actually rate it as a pre-interview. So, and I'm not talking about just generic templates, put stuff together, no. But your cover letter needs to speak so much about your experience, yeah, of course, but your personality needs to shine out in the cover letter. It needs to show why you are different from every other person's application they are looking at that time, because just like they are looking at yours, they're looking at hundreds or even thousands of other people's on. You need to also show them how you are going to bring more money to them, especially if it's a for-profit company. So those are things that your cover letter needs to show. And depending on how proactive you are as well during the sessions, I could assist with mock interviews to assist in preparing you for upcoming interviews. How many stages are there in such kind of interviews? What should you look forward to? What kind of questions should you expect them to ask? How do you even respond to certain questions? Things like that. Then lastly, specializations. I say this one, specializations, because it's as much as you could be a generalist as a UX designer, you need to find your core, like your anchor, um, so that it's obvious to people what you are great at and what you even enjoy doing the most. Like you mentioned to me that creative writing is something you enjoy doing. There is actually a specialization within UX called UX writing that is, in short, it's becoming a big deal now, and there are not too many UX writers. I don't know too many. So UX writing is might be something that you could be interested in, and I could actually assist in showing you how to navigate that specialization. So yeah, so about this coaching, it's not going to be free. It's going to be a paid session. It's going to cost £100. I'm not sure of the Nigerian equivalent of that, but yeah, it's £100. And you can pay with, it can be, I'm saying this part because a lot of people ask me, can I pay with other currency? Yes, of course. You can pay with any currency. I'm just using that as a benchmark because the currencies fluctuate. So, and that's for the whole sessions, not for one of the sessions. I will send you an email with a summary of our discussion and the next steps for you. Now I'm looking at, before you ask me questions that you probably have already, I'm looking at your portfolio right now. And I would say I like how it's clean, to be honest. You went straight to the point. However, I think you need to work on your summary, the one you have at the top. You need to speak. You say you're passionate about building functional products and great experience for the user, but that's just basic. That's fluff. There's no information in that. That doesn't tell me anything about your personality, anything about what you can do for, let's say I was a hiring manager for my company. So that's just general. And I am looking at this project, BATA, helping NYC members to swap materials. Okay. All right, this is good. Okay, so even starting from the first thing, like you say you're looking for foreign jobs, right?
Yes,
But you
I
have
am.
said NYSC members. They have no idea what the hell NYSC means. So you would have to give context to the problem you're solving, right? I know you wrote under the problem more specifically and all, but in your catchphrase at the top, either you remove that first statement of helping NYC so that the person can just scroll down straight to the problem. Because when I read that line, I'm like, what do you mean by NYC? Who is NYC? So but moving down, so I like the way you've documented the problem, like just having it bullet points. That's something most people don't do. Most people just write stories and all. However, when you say tackling the problem, I think what you need to focus on is, this is obviously, a lot of this is about, or 2 out of the 4 things you put there is about research. So you need to clearly document what kind of research did you carry out? Was it interviews? So I can see competitor analysis. You said interviews, but document it in a way that, okay, so competitors analysis, this is why I chose competitor analysis. You've written it too, but also how many competitors did you, are you or were you intending to talk to? Which of them? Did you find any? If yes, okay. If not, nothing. User interviews. How many people did you talk to? What were you trying to find out exactly with the user interview? Were you trying to find out? You said pain points. Yes, that's usually the general word. Needs, motivation. That is dictionary, UX dictionary grammar, but you need to be specific about what you're trying to find out. Okay, you want to see how many other people are having this problem. Okay, you want to see what materials they like to swap or they want to swap or they need or something. So you need to clearly document your research goal. So you should have a section somewhere there to say research goal, because that's so important. Then when you were carrying out the user research, do you have pictures of the research you did, or was it recordings? You can put a link to the recordings, or if it's picture, if you have 1 or 2 pictures, just put pictures. If you did not do it, then just go and find some people to take picture with and update it. Right?
I actually have some pictures, but I
Oh,
don't know if those people would like their picture to be in my
that's
portfolio.
why you should have asked them, right? If you still have their contact, you can just let it be a chat so that there's evidence in case. Just chat them up and say, oh, do you mind? I did one research and I took a picture. Do you remember I took a picture? Can I just have your picture? Can I put your picture in my portfolio if it's that kind of person? But worst case scenario, find is just take a picture of a friend. Worst case scenario. What you can do to avoid this in the future is to ask, like the way I asked you, do you mind if I record this session? That is what you do next time. Do you mind if I take your picture? Automatically, if you ask someone, do you mind if I take your picture? Do you mind if I record this section? It is implied that you might use the recording in some way, right? So, and you can do that. You can just next time you can just do that. Then you need to clearly document all those things, like your research goals. In the end, what did you find out? So you have research insights, which is good. How did you gather these research insights? Did you was it recordings? It would have been better if you had like some sort of affinity map. Like you say you did affinity mapping, but I can't see the screenshots.
I did it, but it's in my system, so I didn't use like a wall of pinning papers. I used Mirror.
That is
So
better, actually. Mirror is better. So just do a screenshot, zoom out as much of it and do a screenshot, take it and put it in your portfolio. Mirror is actually the very best, actually, for this Mirror or FigJam. It's better not all those wall, this thing. I think that's outdated. Or for a physical session, that's what you do. But if it is just yourself doing affinity mapping, Mirror is good. So those are some things that I've been able to notice in this portfolio. For the sake of time, I might not be able to go through the rest of it, but these are some things that I expect you to look through. What I would recommend for you is to look at your portfolio from a different eye. Don't look at it from the eye of you are designing your portfolio. Switch to being the hiring manager. Look at your portfolio as if you're the hiring manager. So if I'm the hiring manager and I'm looking at a candidate's portfolio like this, what do I want to see? That's how to think of it. Think of it as if it's a product. Think of it as if it's barter that you were doing research and everything for. That's how to look at your portfolio. That's the best way to design something, to create a portfolio in a way that actually speaks to the recruiter. So I want to let me quickly glance at your resume. Okay, so I'm looking at your resume. Having a picture is not bad. Okay. Your phone number. You said you're looking for international job and you did not put your country code.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Then your summary at the top, like I said, it needs to speak more about you. I'm not feeling what I'm reading. It just looks like what everybody says. Okay, now the organizing. So this your CV does not say anything. As I'm looking at it, does not say anything about you at all. You've just said skills, but anybody can put all these skills there. As a matter of fact, you don't need to put all this background color behind your this. You can keep it simple. But education at the top is irrelevant. You remember, it's foreign job you say you're looking for. They don't care. Even in Nigerian job self, as a UX designer, nobody cares about your education. So that should not be at the top. Again, remember what I said about designing your CV and your portfolio as if you are the hiring, look at it as if it's a product. So what do I want to see as a hiring manager? What do you think they want to see? Is it not your what you've done in previous roles or what you've done on different projects? So since you have not had any product design job. It's not a disadvantage at all. You highlight the projects you've worked on, which are is in your portfolio already. So you highlight it, you write projects, you put the first one, you then do highlights, like the way similar to how you did it already. I think in your portfolio, you put highlights of some of 1, 2, 3, just maybe 3 points. The next one, next project, put highlights. If there are some things you did very best, did you lead the project, something, put your responsibility or your what's it called, your role, your key roles, things like that. That's what they want to see. I know you put personal projects there. You just say a mobile. I almost missed it, to be honest. I actually missed it. I'm just realizing now that personal project is there because education, work experience, certificate. A recruiter is the first person that will see all of this. They are the ones that will sift through whether it should make its way to the hiring manager most of the time. It's not the hiring manager that first sees it. It's maybe either a recruiter or an HR manager. It's after those people sift through it, then the next person will see it, which is now the hiring manager, who will now decide on whether they want to have an interview with the person. So you see the set of processes that goes on. It's not as we usually think it sometimes. So if a recruiter is looking through this and you're seeing education, they're like irrelevant. Remember, 6 seconds. Within just a few seconds, they make this decision. No education. Me, I looked at it longer than 6 seconds and I still didn't notice the personal projects first. So that is what you should focus on. At the bottom, you can now say maybe achievement. I think you can add this achievement into the project section and then maybe just say education. I don't even think education is important, but you can say it, education, and put certificate under that section. You don't need too many sections. You say product design intern, university. You need to state what did you do there. What did you do there? All of that can be, you can just, since you don't have too many stuff, you can just say project / work experience. Another day, you list everything. There are different ways of doing the same thing. And when somebody sees it, they won't look at it from the eye of, oh, this person is a junior designer or mid-level designer, senior designer. Nobody really cares about all those things, to be honest. I usually ask that question just to know how you see yourself. Many a times you see those roles, they put senior product designer. You might have just been in the field for 2 years, but you are more senior than somebody that's been in the field for 5 years. Depends on the quality of projects and your portfolio. They don't actually care that you've been doing it for 5 years. They care about what you've been doing and how you can bring money to them. That's all. So I am done talking for now. Do you have any questions while we wrap up?
Well, for now, I don't think I have the sections that we're having. Like, what's the span of time?
What's the what?
The span of time for the other sections.
4 sessions. 4 sessions starting, I don't know, first or second week in January. Yeah, so that'll be once per week, most likely weekends, either Friday or Saturday. Yeah. But let me just quickly say, these sessions will not be me doing anything for anyone. I would be assisting. I'll be giving my recommendations or advice, reviewing your work and all that, giving you feedback. It is left for you to actually do these things. I won't sit down and ask you for your LinkedIn login details, for instance. Let me help you to be organized. I won't be doing any of that. But also, the way to maximize these sessions would be to be very proactive. I don't know if I would be pushing anyone. In my previous sessions, I usually send emails, chase people around, but I'm not sure that I will do that because if you actually say, most of the people that join the group want international jobs. So if you say you want international jobs, like you need to level up. There are certain things that just naturally expected. In short, even Nigerian job, any job, if you just want to move to that next level, you don't expect people to be chasing you around. So I'm just quickly saying that one here. Yeah, so but I'm actually looking forward to the sessions. Well, okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, for now.
Okay, awesome. Should I look forward to seeing you in January?
Definitely.
Okay, awesome. So I should see, I should send you the email, if not this evening, tomorrow. I know tomorrow is Sunday, but I'll probably send the emails tomorrow or maybe late this night. Yeah, so that you can go on and do what you need to do. Oh, there's one more thing, which is that I put a deadline for payment. You probably see that in the email. And the reason is because the deadline is somewhere around Christmas, maybe 23rd or 24th, I don't know. But the reason is because before we start our sessions, I want there to be like a week or two at most, where there are certain things you must do. Like some of the feedback I've given you for your portfolio, it must be done before we start session. I can actually still be doing that during the session, but that's not the goal. That's not the goal of the sessions. The session is to focus on you getting a job. Like I want to even see some people doing like second stage, third stage interviews already, or probably even getting a job before we are done, which is very, very, very possible. I've applied for, I've started the first stage of some interviews. Okay, so recently I applied for a role, and then within 2 weeks, they're already giving me an offer. I mean, a very senior role in it. So it is very, very possible to go through a whole process within the 4 weeks that we're going to be together. It's possible for someone to start and actually get a job before the end. So that's why there are things that you need to already have done before we start the session. So
Okay.
yeah, that other case study you said you are working on, I would recommend that you get on it quickly so that you have 3. You mentioned that you're doing one other one, right?
Yes, I'm already on it.
Okay, great. So I would recommend that you put that also in your portfolio, but don't put, very importantly, please don't put any project just for the sake of putting, just for the numbers. No. If it's not a high quality project, completely yank it off. Even if it's only one case study you have in your portfolio, that's good. It's better than having low quality project, because you don't know which one the hiring manager will click on first. It's not if necessary the first one at the top they'll click on. No. So let me wrap it up because we're at the end of the session. Look forward to the email, and well, hopefully I see you in January.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so much for
welcome.
your time.
Bye.
Bye.